Yo, what's good, people? Happy hump day to you. Inspector Beck, you are here. You are first. Saffron, you are here. Inspector Beck, it's not really a song. Well, I mean, it can be. Doesn't really have a name. Just being generated here on the fly. Sap, these drums are coming out of reactor. You know, it's funny. People are so up in arms and upset about how AI might be, putting an end to making music. And yet, I've been pushing the easy button in Reactor for like 20 years, and no one has been afraid that generative synthesis is going to end music. Hope you're all having a good day out there. Feeling the inspiration and all that. Not exactly sure what we're going to get up to today. I'm going to make some transitions, I believe. Try and keep it on the kind of experimental and discovery side of things. Plug in an external hard drive here so I can get into some good stuff. What is everybody out there in the world working on this week? I do like to keep up with what y'all are working on. Look at that. Saf's got a good point here. We'd have no skills if we stopped making music. Plus, I can't really create emotional voices and stuff yet. Yeah. Let's make weird stuff today. That's kind of what I feel like making, is some really weird, cool, awesome stuff. Stuff that makes you go, wow. Oh. Today's noise soup is being generated by an instance of metaphysical function. A little Euclidean melody. And what is this? This is like Rhythm Maker or something like that. It's early reactor. Reactor 1, Reactor 2. It was early. Drums. It's a nice little ensemble. If you've never played with it, fun. All right, cool. Well, enough of that noise. I am going to go ahead and start making some stuff, I think. Multimeter on. We'll turn everything else off. And how about we start with... What should we start with? Maybe a little something in Kontakt. Okay. Maybe we'll kind of bounce back and forth between weird sounds being loaded into samplers and like experimental synths or something. The Saf says, skills are pretty important for us humans because it shows our natural talent. Still have a desire to make music. Yeah, we can't help ourselves. Even if we make things to make the things for us, we'll still have like a desire or a drive to make other things. It's true. No real getting away from the fact that we are indeed human. Okay, so I want to do some weird, cool, trippy little transition things. Um, and I believe we're working entirely. Let me just check. Maybe even a full spectrum. Let's see. Oh, yes, it's all open. Anything goes, as they say. So that means I can be working on organic, synthetic, hybrid. This is great news. This is great news. Hey, what's up, Javar? How are things up there? How's theater? Maybe some kinetic metal. We haven't played with kinetic metal in a little. Benzene. Gong scrape. Gong scrape? Let's find out what gong scrape is all about. It's like an album. No, it's like a metal band, maybe. Gong scrape. Okay, so this I kind of like just as is. This tiny little sound. Because I think I want to reverse it and use it as a layer in something. So I think before we do anything else, I'm just going to grab this and we're just going to set up a capture track here and we will save this project as something. Let's folder in here, transitions. And in there, we'll put a folder called say one. All right, so we need to output bus and put from that bus. Yo, what's up, Paul? Tuning in from sunny Maryland. How are things up there? All right, we're going to. Spring has sprung indeed, Paul. Yeah, there's flowers all over the place. The like trees are exploding. Good to see. See if it sticks around. All right, so I really just want that one. uh, Set up a quiet track down here. Left to land on. And I think I'm just gonna go ahead and reverse that right out the gate here. All right, cool. So let's make some cool stuff with kinetic metal. All right, I'm gonna get a couple of these and I want to turn off the retrigger. How do I turn off retrigger? Get. I want them. Don't. Don't want it to retrigger, and I don't think I have enough. I'll just do some manual manipulation then, and away we go. Okay, we're going to take each of those and bring those down here on the tube. Playhead, we're going to get something else weird in here. Some more layering stuff. It's this iron oxide. Hey, Liv is here. Everybody follow Cardio Party. This right here would be a nice little layer for something. Let's get this thing into motion. Let's get the sound effects going as well. So before it starts getting all twisty there, I'm gonna record just for a sec here. Sci-fi action. Cool. So if you're just tuning in, I'm making experimental stuff today. We're gonna make like some really wicked transitions, like cinematic quality. And I am just kind of crate digging right now, so to speak. I want to get some interesting textures and timbres from some really unique sources. That's a cool. All right, let's get a little bit of effects in. Liv is feeling lazy today. For about 2 weeks. Maybe you're bottoming out in the winter months. You know how you just kind of have that moment where you're like, all right, any day now, sunshine, warmth, stuff like that can come back. You can start feeling a little more alive. Javar, take care. Yes, I do like this. And then there's moments where I'm like, yay, no retrigger. Or, I mean, yay, retrigger. Man, I have like a case of the verbal Mondays today. I have my thoughts, and then there's the other stuff that's just coming out of my mouth. It isn't quite the same thought. I think my brain is a little tired. I'm going to capture this sound here. That's going to sound cool. It's going to be like a little sonar suckback kind of. All right, let's see what else we can find down low in this one. Oh, oh. Ooh, double. Let's grab this one. Molten tin. Oh, I remember this one. I've used this one. Making some drones and stuff. For those that have kinetic metal and don't know what the heck to do with it, map these little sliders here to some knobs on a controller, and then kind of stop looking at your computer for a minute and just play some sustained notes and start turning those knobs, and you'll start to kind of get a sense of the lay of the land, because this is just a mixer down here. You've got your metals and you've got your synthetic stuff, and then you've got your sounds coming out of this oscillator. It's a combination of these two uh, banks, if you will. And then over here is the effects. And each of these four quadrants represents a preset. And the motion enabled feature allows you to morph between the presets. It's very, very simple once you start to look away from the screen and just play a sustained note and start turning the knobs. And you can come up with some incredibly fantastic, like, moving textures and stuff for things. Liv says, my mouth and brain do so much talking, but not always to each other. Yeah, Saf. So if you come in here and you play with it, that's one thing. But if you come in here, you play with it, and you actually start moving these things around, everything starts to come to life. So if you don't have a controller like right next to you and handy to map stuff to, just go into latch automation mode and just grab each one of these and wiggle them, and then hit stop and like go back and start messing around with each one of those automation lanes that was created in your arrangement window, and just go wild with moving them. And it's so much fun. So much fun. Sometimes I will open up a project at a really high BPM, go into Kinetic Metal, and record a bunch of stuff, right, with a whole bunch of very random modulation all over the place of these things. And then I'll bounce that. I'll slow it way down so I can actually hear in great detail what the heck just happened there. And it's a really cool way to like just unfold the origami, so to speak. It's a fantastic plugin. Knocked pot lids. Check that one. Pot lids. Ooh, yes. Yeah. sub. Ooh, some noise. Or sub. Body. That one's nice right there. Most of these are just going to be like straight reversals with one other thing layered with them, and they're going to be gorgeous. Hear 'em. Yeah, Paul, I bet you would have a field day with kinetic metal with VCV. Just having really fun modulation schemes running. There's some really fun stuff in here. Right there. All right, let's take that one. Metal resonator. Cosine kitty sapphire. Plastica. Cross. Filters audio through a simulated network of balls and strings. This sounds like something I would absolutely adore. I'm a big fan of. Yeah, okay, yeah. Let's dip into the old toy box sounds as well. Right, Paul? Yeah, serious fun. Ooh, this one's got like, it's got a little heft in here. Got a little bit more of that sub going here. Yeah, it's got that little scrape. Like that subtle cuckoo in there. Great. I love these little weird menageries. A door creaking. That sounds relevant for so many scenes. Let's see what that one's all about. Okay, so the door slam is on the release. Okay, so there's a few things that I want. so this is our open latch. No. This one. Okay, and this is our close. Our creek. This is a pretty dope one. Add in a little bit more synth. Put this in motion. Into, yeah. Bit too much on. That's good right there. Let's grab this one. All right, let's start playing with these sounds on this other track here. See what we can come up with. This first one I already reversed. Which, I mean, it's already kind of gold. Let's strip silence on all these. Save ourselves a little bit of work. Let's say quarter of a second or for silence. Mostly good. Chopping these quick. I can't remember what the sound was, so I should probably listen to it. Okay, so these are all separate, so they need chopped. Why is it not seen? Weird. I will chop this one every once in a while. I probably just don't wait long enough between sounds in my that one later. Okay, so this is the first sound. Sounds like that one. Now this one. It's like maybe. that one will. Okay. It needs something to be layered with. Dude, this one's gonna have a weird little wiggle. Ooh, I want to hear this one reverse. I think these guys are gonna get layered with something granular. Ooh, that's cool. Okay, so we're gonna get something granular going on here too. So go back up to our contact instrument. Let's do stray light. It's up a little for our CP. Let's see here. Let's do maybe something kind of soft first. That's kind of nice. Okay, something like that. Let's see if I can get that motion. Let that fully resolve. All right, let's reverse that on this other track down here. If I like it, make a few in style. Sound. Bear with me. Something sunlight. Yeah, I have good feelings about these. Let's make more of those. Hmm. Paul says warmth is a concept created by hardware salesmen, extolling the virtue of their gear on cold nights. Boom. Ang. 5 inch. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do kind of the inverse of the other one. That's gonna feel nice. Okay, so I think I want just like a slight tighter attack. Let's chain. Yeah, that's dope. Sub. I kind of wonder if it's a sub with bend and kick. That's kind of cool. Third way down. There. That's cool. That's cool, but we need sustain. A sustain. Make this a pluck and decay it over 4 seconds. Maybe 6 seconds. Ish. That's a little better. And we'll do the same for the sample. Touch. Yeah. Okay, so one way low, one way high. Grab both those. Andromia! Welcome in, homie. How you doing? All right. See how these two feel with our envelope adjustments and whatnot. Let's listen to these as like a string out. Updates are worthy of getting excited about. I spent a little bit of time running updates on some plugins this morning. Not sure when I'll be able to play with them. Maybe tonight. All right, so I kind of like the shape that we've made here. So I kind of want to explore the matrix for just a second, and then I'm going to come back. We're going to swap out sounds again. Okay, that's nice. Let's kind of accentuate that and bring down the sub on this. Actually, let's move away from this cell. Ooh, hold on a second. Let's take this terracotta, our sample here. All right, let's grab this one. Might be useful as a layer. Okay, so I was saying that I was going to go in here, find sub action, turn off all this transition. And for different drum. Those are going to sound really nice as a layer. Ah, maybe a little too much sub in that. Yeah, we're going to make some really cool transitions. Yeah, Fortnite editor, huh? With revenue sharing. A step in the direction of Web3 right there. Hmm? Nice. Good updates. Ridiculous. Oh, the polyphony. That's some. That's a stinger right there, huh? Hey, Bako. I'm just grabbing this. This is not going to be a typical transition, but I'm going to grab it because it's a beautiful sound. Yeah, some good stuff there. Drop this down. Back down. Visit that at a different time. Oh, gee. Okay, we gotta get a different. And let's get maybe like some nature and oh, get stone. No, back about human. Uh, there's got to be something in here beside. Right? Right? Oh, that kick feels good with. All right. Touch. Just want enough of the transient there to make this feel like a transition. Flip it. See what that sounds like. Okay, yeah, I'm really not thrilled with the sub in this thing, but I really like the layers. So I might actually just out of the sub here and we can add a sub layer side of here. Let's go instead with maybe some noise or something. Boy. So we've got this whole. How about okay, let's get our verb down. That's kind of nice. Nice little swell. I'm going to grab this one, then we're going to change our sample set. Hey, Danny's here. How you doing, man? I'm going to make sounds for the ear hole, says Bako. Make brain burr. You are welcome for the tips, Bako. And no problem. Feel free to send stuff through. Dremia says, I've been overwhelmed by the scope of my project and haven't really built much on it. These updates plus AI is helping visualize my project into existence in my lifetime. He's using ChatGTP, help build a business plan, also helping visualize various elements in the project. And made him realize he needs to find a universe where he can belong, like Dune, Blade Runner, Cyberpunk. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. DMV, welcome in. Understanding my place is also helping me realize the possibility to beginning my streetwear brand. Also gave me ideas on how to actually sell my music. Won't talk about that, but I'm very happy with the concept. Dude, Intremia, this is fantastic. This is great. It's good to hear it. Yeah, absolutely see it through. Oh, dude. Ghost in the Shell is just absolutely fantastic. Just timeless. All right, let's get back into here and find a sample. I don't know if I really want swells right now, though. Let's get into a different shape. Let's get. I want like a punchy little something. So leaf, and let's get out a soft and hard attic. That's loud. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take. A couple. Go with the. Maybe this super basic. Even called basic. About that. Sample start over here. Whoa. Some super weirdness coming from this one. Let's go toward here. Put our let's get ourselves a little, what do we want on top here? Right there, that's not, grab that one. Baco, am I messing with you over there? Getting a little weird over here. Let's see what these sound like reverse. Okay. I'm gonna switch tools for, and these are fine, but I'm just not happy with the transients coming out of this thing. So when I'm doing these reversals, they don't sound quite as precise as they should. So let's do let's do some really weird stuff. Should we open up like some rattly and raw or something? Andremia says, kind of neat. I explained my music style to ChatGPT, also shared my inspirations, and it was able to point me to various blogs, music supervisors and directors, music contests, virtual music conferences, since it wouldn't be able to attend in real life. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I cannot wait. I cannot wait until I can start talking to you guys directly about what is waiting for you on the other side of NAM. It's just the ways in which you're going to be able to interact with and engage with your projects is going to be just something that's hard to imagine right now. Dremia, dude, chase this. Chase this. Especially the energy. Chase the energy. This is everything you need to build something great. Just have to have the buy-in. All right, let's open up something totally different. Somebody want to find something really weird in the Reaktor user library to download and play with, just on the fly? You could do that. Maybe some files. Do I have them on this one? Right. Rattly and raw. I have in here. Oh, let's go see what's going on. First, we'll go, what is it, shared? Ah, there are some here in the shared. Beautiful Chaos, Lockdown Kitchen, the celebrated fictional mega organ of Steam Lord Cornelius, the darkly cinematic apparatus. Ooh, that's a good one. Vinyl Carving Station. And what do I have on the external then? Am I not seeing? Let's just go check that out. Contact. Oh, I see what's going on here. Okay. It's just that these are all zipped up. Air problem, 60s organs, oddities, Cassampleret, Renaissance Farm Frenzy, Filth Engine. There's bongos. Let's go with what's this one? Darkly Cinematic Apparatus. And that is in the directory. Huh. Does it not see my stuff? This makes no sense. Sure. I was in the wrong panel. All right, let's do Darkly Celebrate or Darkly Cinematic Apparatus. Indremia doesn't exist in the same time space-time continuum experience or paradigm that we do. It's like I'm teleporting to Afternam. Heidi's here. Hey, Heidi. How are you? Andremia says, I've nearly quit everything a few times due to not being able to visualize my goals, AI, and advances in Unreal Engine, Omniverse. Blender is making me realize it's okay. We might get there. This is good to hear you say that, man. Absolutely. All right, let's weirdness here. This seems like it's going to produce better results. That feels very poppy. Yeah. Yeah, that feels right. All right, let's just record one really quick and see where. That's a big long tail. That. First set. Play it back. Hey. Cardio says, I'm worried because of the uncertainty it brings, I think. The path to establishing a music career has never involved less music than it does today, and I'm unsure what that arena is going to look like once the AI dust starts to settle. Um, yeah, I can totally sense that in so many people, and I feel like so much of that starts to dissolve once you start actually touching the stuff yourself, because you can really put a pin in what it is capable of and what it isn't, and where humans fit into all of that. Humans are the input, right? And if you can think of AI as providing a bunch of simple steps along the way, right? It can't actually really create much. It can render what you're asking it to, if that makes sense. Um, and I think that those seem like um, what's the right word? Those might seem, I don't even know what the right word is, like semantics, but it's not. It's there is a difference, and like as soon as you start to get in there, you can start to kind of feel the potential of like how it relates to you. Each one of these platforms. I think then it's just about putting the right filters and prompts in place before you're engaging with it directly on the regular, so that what you're getting out of it is something that A evolves over time with you, right? So it's providing you results that other people simply are not getting because you are the input, right? And you have a shared output. I am part of welcome in. Happy hump day to you. Um, and then the other thing is that it's good to work with boundaries, right? So that the output is within an expected range of operation, if you will, right? Or relevancy, right? Or applicableness, or you can kind of put whatever kind of label or categorization system you want on it, because I think it's kind of universally the same for people across almost every industry. Um, but just those first couple of steps and realizing um, that yeah, it's more like having a friend in the room than it is having a competitor in the room, if you will, or a collaborator in the room more than a friend, maybe. Anyway, oh no, Heidi's in pain, walking 7 to 8 hours. 7 to 8 hours since yesterday. That's a lot of walking. Hey, Andremia, that means you get to grow a whole bunch with your art and stuff. That's great. Humans are input, like food, sort of. Yeah, humans are input, like our ideas are the things that the AI doesn't really have, right? It looks at like iterative options. Um, we can actually conjure something out of thin air, right? Dremia says AI is scary for record companies. In a few years, you'll be able to walk into your studio and be in a 3D world at the same time. As NVIDIA calls it, a digital double. You are in real life and you are in 3D, your own stage, your own world, your own game, your own app with the help of GPT and Copilot. And it goes way beyond that. It goes way beyond that. And people aren't really contemplating the entirety of this right now because so many people are focused on the me. Like, how is this affecting me? How can I engage with it? What does it mean to me? Um, which is fine and it's all perfectly normal. Um, but I think after playing around with it for, like a couple of years, you get to the point where you're like very much in control. Very much. I mean, you're constantly in discovery mode and you're being introduced to output that you may not have ever arrived at yourself, and that's pretty awesome. But it wouldn't have been possible without your input in the first place, right? Without your prompts and everything. So it's important. It's important. Ardio says, perhaps a rephrase, the technology itself doesn't scare or worry me the way the bourgeois are going to appropriate and apply it to reify capitalism is what concerns me. Yeah. I'm part of. We could do a little feedback if you want. Just drop it in the Discord there. Dremia says AI is taking jobs from artists, but also giving the artists the power to create their own games, movies, music videos, virtual fashion shows. Exactly. That's exactly it. So stop and think about this. Stop and think about this. There were a lot of people when DAWs really started to come to a point where people of average intelligence, experience, and access could have pretty good results pretty quickly. And there were a lot of people that were like, This is going to shut down studios all over the place, which is going to put an end to producers. It's going to change all of these things. Okay, let's look at this a little bit, right? Okay, so yeah, studios, a lot of them have gone away. There was a bigger impact on studios with the pandemic, like in a short period of time, but been a tremendous impact over a long period of time just from DAWs. And it's because people have reclaimed this. They have an idea, they're able to get their idea out, and they have the tools there to then make that idea sound the way that they want to, right? So therefore you don't really need to go down the street to the studio anymore. But you do need a lot of training and understanding and wisdom and guidance and mentorship and all this stuff. So those people that were in this one position have elevated to this other position, right? You yourself may have played violin in high school or junior high or something, but in the arrangements that you're making in your bedroom, they include bass synths and you understand wavetables and you apply your own compression and all of these things. So you yourself have become this other thing that you couldn't have fathomed prior. And these things are all just the same thing reoccurring. It's all just a fractal, right? The more you zoom in, the more you can zoom in, right? Um, and with that mindset, I think that we will always find a place um, in the AI landscape. It's kind of hard to like definitively say we are now in the AI era or whatever. Who doesn't use autocomplete? Who doesn't use spell correction in their texting? You know what I mean? Like we've all been using software like this for a long time. So for what it's worth, when you look at it at like this big macro level, it does become a lot less sketchy, a lot less scary. You see how unsure the future is in the landscape, and then you recognize that there are billions of people contributing to all of this every single day, and it starts to feel a little bit differently. Yeah. Enslaving technology enslaves. There you go, Paul. Play the game, change the system once you have enough power. Liv says that's the thing. I'm abhorrent at the game. When the game is social media, it's discouraging. Yeah, you know what? I don't really do the social media thing either. Uh, 6 hours at the art museum on Sunday. That's nice, Heidi. That's a good Sunday. Yeah, Danny says, hey, that 24/7 bass solo on YouTube is cool, but it's goofy. Yeah. And Andremia says, I understand your idea of an app now, OhmLab. You have your own app, your own social network. People will never miss releases going, yeah, exactly. That is exactly it. And there is no point in arguing against it really when you stop and think about it, right? You say to yourself, like I hear people say to themselves all the time, like I'll never have my own podcast, I'll never have my own radio, like these things are not applicable to me. And yet y'all go on to these social websites or these apps every day and you type into a news feed that other people subscribe to and then they respond to you and you have conversations about these thoughts that you had or this opinion that you had, and it caused this engagement. And guess what, y'all are doing it. Like that's the same exact thing. It's just that people are going to facebook.com or IG or whatever instead of your app, and they could be. And that's the whole point of the future of all of this, is just to continue to eliminate all of those layers of complexity and middlemen and all the transitory stuff, all the colleges that you'll ever be denied access to, right? Like this is an opportunity for democratization. And then it's up to us to put the filters and boundaries in play around each one of the things so we can engage with it and kind of get the kind of output that we want from it. It really does become much like modular synthesis when you start to see it from a really like 12,000 feet up looking down. It's like, okay, really all I'm getting is a lot more control over everything and a lot more access to resources that I've been denied access to simply through my own ignorance or culture or location on the globe or my social class status or whatever it is. Yeah, it's AI can see your visuals in your brain now, says hi. Yeah, it's a pretty exciting time. I think the most excitement I have felt in all of it has just been in like the last several days as we start to see these tools that we've been building um, all actually working the way that we want them to, right? And knowing that what we're experiencing right now with them is this very elementary introduction to them, right? And that as soon as the masses start to engage with it all, we're going to see what the masses have been capable of this whole time and what they haven't really been allowed to do. You know what I mean? Like Andy's been looking for a way to get his music out for a long time. And dude can seriously sit down in front of a screen right now and ask questions and get responses about how to actually make that stuff happen. And it's freaking fantastic. So hey. Danny says ChatGPT has answered some major questions I've had recently in a way that is separate from human bias. Getting an answer that's kind of binary. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's really a wild, wild time. Um, I just can't wait to start talking with great specificity with you guys about a bunch of these things in regards to how you can actually um, do stuff with them, like in a really awesome place. So, and we're very close. We're very close. It's like 3 weeks away from right now. I think is when the shows happen, and I think we'll have a total of 5 products to introduce. Yeah, so the big announcements aren't even like audio design desk. It's amazing. All right, let's get back into some sounds. Oh, someone was asking if we were doing feedback, and they probably posted something. DJ Empirical. Oh, he always posts great things. Are we here? Okay, I don't see anything. All right, did I record one of these? I did, and I listened, right? Yeah, that's a little bit better for a transition. Okay, this is. I'm just gonna record for just a couple of minutes. I'm just gonna turn some knobs and just record for a minute. Long ring. That was a cool one. Gotta love it when someone has already done heavy lifting and layered some really interesting sounds together. Here, actually. Oh, that's a pretty cool sound. Angry anvil. That's that offset. I wonder. That's too. Oh, interesting. All right, let's get our shape on. This is pretty interesting. All right, so here's our envelope. Man, I should revisit this library for drones and stuff. There's some really interesting. Get easy to get kind of caught up in it. They'll create. I won't even. Let's see what else we can. More weird. How about we do some Some Massive X, maybe? We haven't played with Massive X in a long. What else haven't we played with? Oh, some weird stuff in Reactor. We could get all. And Dremia, I'll tell you guys more in a few weeks. Heidi, you're still getting carded. How about that? It used to be called MTV and TV. All the big stars always needed a great deal of show. It used to be photo shoots, videos, magazines, TV, live meet and greets. Now it's kind of the same, but mostly internet and podcasts and still the same video and stuff too. But the more I dig into, if you're some music producer and that's all it is, it's hard to make a splash. I need to build a friggin' ship and a 3D character and learn a billion things at the same time. You're going to need a big wallet for that, Andremia. How about we get weird? How about we get weird with some reactor? See what kind of stuff we fall into. Playing here. But I think I'm going to kind of twist some knobs here for a minute and record. We're just going to make some whooshes. Layer a bunch of stuff with these later. So, okay. That one had a little jump in there. Oh, try that one again. going to go down on that. Oh, try that again. Some pretty good ones in there. And come back and play with the timing on these. Add a bunch of tremolo and awesomeness, some filtering. This is a reactor ensemble that you can grab from the reactor user on library, which means it's free. You can grab a free copy of reactor, load this thing up. It's generating whooshes from modular synth blocks, so everything that you generate from it is yours. All right. Anyway, let's take a couple of these sounds, and we'll just strip silence on all of these really quick, and we'll say a little bit more time to the silence. There we go. All right. So we got 18 of these. Now it's a matter of we're going to add a little bit of air and movement to some of these other sounds that we knocked out earlier. Kind of test them. Let's do a strip silence on this. And let's get all of these nice and tight. This one. All right, cool. So now we've got a fair number of sounds to layer and play with. So this one over and over. First, this guy. Gonna do kind of visually align these. Something like this. So these things that felt like kind of loose suckbacks actually start to become something that you can actually put a pin in. This is that thing. Sounds like an actual transition. Just need a little bit of volume shaping on there, a little envelope play. And we'll have a whole bunch of sounds. So I'm just going to start lining a few of these up here. I'll bring this one and the more random you make the process of aligning these different elements, the better the outcome. Because you're going to be surprised more. That needs like a little tiny hit kind of thing in there. Remia says, even if I was looking for investors, I would need to build a considerable part of my business. By that time, if I manage everything properly, I'll just hire myself rather than lock in a deal with a record company that may or may not do anything to support the growth of my project or dream. Yeah. Not so sure my audience is Adult Swim. Blackberry says, you only need a label when you've reached the point where the assumption of financial risk versus reward becomes huge. Like when you need a label to help underwrite or provide bridging financing for recording tour support, especially when the economy of scale and assumption of risk becomes so huge, complex, and unwieldy. And when you reach that position in the marketplace, then you're already in a position to negotiate a better position. Sadly, you've got to find success to mitigate risk. Remia says, yep, so once you get to the point where you are ready for a label, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot. For a tiny cash injection, your autonomy versus just hiring your own. Yeah, I mean, if you can, if if you can make stuff happen yourself like you are, then it gives you a lot of flexibility, man. Absolutely. Let's see what this one sounds like. What's this? This guy. Oh. Word. And what about some of these granular ones we did? Interesting. Guys. Oh, this was that was the metal actually. Magnetic metal. Let's hear this one. Something out of this one. Maybe this whoosh. Drumia, isn't it just empowering getting to like just the point where you're understanding all of this stuff that you could be like confident in your stance on it? I don't know. To me, it feels so important just to feel empowered and all. You know? Or get a bank loan. You just got to pay interest rather than signing off your life. Or even better, buy a house if you're in a position, then remortgage your hose and get a bigger loan. Obviously, don't do this in the future for your business is questionable. Those hoses are terrible ROI. That's great stuff. Long story short, make lots and lots of stuff. Ask AI what you can do with it. Hoses. So many leaks. Right? Man. Big gaping hole. Hmm. This looks big. All right, where's our point of cutoff here and here? That's pretty close. Oh, yes, yes, yes. That feels nice. Blackberry says there's nothing worse than remortgaging a rubber hose only to get hit by it. Oy. Yeah, some of these feel quite nice. Okay, so something really super mellow like this with simple. Simple. So simple. Oh, I look up and the chat is so random right now. If I was a chicken, I would eat my own fingers. I am so hungry. You want a reverse mortgage. Next thing you know, you're stealing bamboo to create a makeshift piping system from your neighbor. What in the world is going on over here? It's like turning the dial on a radio. And he says, long story short, I should have become an artist first and a streetwear clothing brand first, then made music to go along with my marvelous clothing videos. Boom. Nowadays, yeah, order of operations, right? Figure out what your merch is. Now put a sound to all of that. I like it. I like it. If you were a chicken, you would eat that scrap of tinfoil, a squish bug, paint off the walls, your own reflection in a mirror, or try to. Anything that wiggles, that's true. Oh, man. That's facts right there. That's facts. Freaking chickens, man. I might start using that. Man, I'm as hungry as a chicken right now. Oh, I used to think like peckish was chicken, but after reading Brad Blackberry's comment there, I think I'm reconsidering. Of a flock of chickens. Oh, Flock of Chickens is an incredible album name, by the way. So, like Flock of Seagulls cover band doing some original work, call the album Flock of Chickens. This many years removed, is Flock of Seagulls more known for hair or music? Question to think about. Not saying I have the answer. Oh, Blackberry. Oh. It's a great album. Now, however, the reviewer said it was not all it was cracked up to. Did Farside have a flock of chickens? Boy. All right, let's see what we can put to this one. Something big. Because there's not much of a definitive hit here. Oh, maybe. Long tail. This is one of those through, so I'm that. Mine. Oh no, the seagulls. You got me. Mine. There were some rather spectacular haircuts in the 90s. Blackberry, what are some of the most outrageous styles you attempted in the 80s? I was a mohawk guy myself. Like, sides of my head were shaved for half my life. Long hair, though. Long hair mohawk. Mine. Oh, yeah. Definitely understand you. Those two kind of melted together. All right, let's reverse this guy. And let's put our... Yeah. Yeah, like these are actually starting to feel pretty all right. Put a little bit of modulation in there. Bullet. Best. I wasn't really a big fan of the mullet, but I will say, in the short hair era, the back of the head got a little long sometimes. Seriously, though, when I decided that I was going to grow it out, the first thing that I did was I grabbed a straight razor and shaved like down to the skin, the sides of my head, and like kind of carved out my mohawk. I'm like, all right, that's what I'm starting with. Dad comes back from a business trip and looks at me like, what in the world did you do to yourself? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Blackberry, at one point in time, was sporting a poofy topped mullety thing that only worked with eyeliner and a tub of mousse. It's kind of like Woody's haircut from the Bay City Rollers. The best was a simple flat top, but my wife hates that. Paul says every mullet started as an intended mohawk. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, this is a good it's a good thread. Like, post your most embarrassing haircut. Not, like, there doesn't have to be a picture. Description is more than enough, really. Heidi says, both mom and sister have not shaved their heads before. Yeah, mousse is still a thing. So is gel. So it's interesting where it's all gone, right? Like wax came around and that kind of like putty effect. It's kind of funny what were like things that were avoided by one generation are things that were thought out by the next gen. Oh, this looks like it switches right here. We're just gonna that one, better one. Okay. I'm not too concerned about the little pitch bendiness in those sub reversals now that we've got some whoosh being layered in with them. Oh, they have both shaved their heads before. Oh, great. Oh! Ben's flying MMW tonight. Some good old fashioned Medeski Martin and Wood jams. Have fun with that. Are you flying to Medeski Martin and Wood? Is that what you're flying to? Sorry, in my world, MMW is Medeski Martin. Pretty much nothing else. Andy, this is accurate. Engine grease to gel to wax to mousse to some weird gel wax mousse glue concoction. Yeah, exactly. Blackberry says, "No, I simply don't care. I prefer to shave my head twice a year, but my wife says I look like an escaped criminal from the asylum for the insane, so I get it cut with a number 3 clipper and call it done." Paul lays down and lets the lawnmower take care of it. All right, okay, fine. So in your world, Miami Music Week is MMW, but in my world, it will persist. Medeski Martin Wood. Seriously, I'm telling you, if I spent a week watching Medeski Martin Wood live versus flying my ass out to Miami and watching whoever was playing there for a week, this is a loaded statement because I have no idea who those bands are. I just know for a fact I'm going to come out the other side of a week of Medeski Martin Wood feeling really great. And probably buy it a drum set again. Hairspray. Oh, Andy, this just brought back a moment. Okay, so I admit this. I admit this. Okay, so once when I was in school, um, it was early junior high because we still had funding for buses, and I got onto the bus and I sat down behind a classmate who had an egregious amount of hair product in their hair, and it was spiky all over the place. And I enjoyed playing with my hair quite a bit too, so I was interested. Like it looked dangerous, it looked hard, right? Like hard. So I was interested, and I went up to play with it, and I broke off some of the hair. Like it was so it was so like. I never told him. I never told him, but I think of it randomly. I didn't know that was even like a thing that could be done. But hey, sometimes you have to compromise in a marriage. This is true. This is true. I know. I was like mortified in the moment because I'm like, like one, I'm obviously he had to have felt that, right? But he didn't. I was very grateful for that. But then I was like, what do I even do with the hair that's like between my fingers? Oh. No, I don't think it is someone that you know because we had the boundaries rewritten. I was the only myself and my neighbor Jason were the only two people on my street that actually got shipped out to Hillsborough for school. Everyone else on my street, on both sides of me, on both sides of the street, went to a low. So I don't think so. Crunch. What was that? Nothing. Definitely not your hair breaking or anything, I promise. Oh man. Yeah. Oi. Yeah, what was the most embarrassing hair thing that you rocked like intentionally when you were growing up? That's what we're talking about right now. This sounds almost like a side gig. Oh, I had friends at Aloha. I went to proms with the exchange students. It's awesome. Oh, you guys are killing me. What is everybody working on this week out there? Land. Which landia? Sound. Take that. I'm going to layer it with this one. For those wondering if this is what you have to do to make all transitions, it's not. Oh, wow. Those two are kind of offset tonally, and it feels really good. Okay. Hmm. All right. I want to take this one, and I'm going to add a bit of like the Law and Order kind of vibe to it. And we're going to put this. Ah. You're going to end up on the Cracked Hair Files, which airs right after the X Files. It's like late, late night. Oh. Back to work. Indremia says, I'm working on deciding if the gauntlets I'm building in 3D are too much for my robot, or if you'd be imposing too much authority with the look. Less Skynet, more simple robot that won't take the world. That's all. Well, I mean, an intergalactic robot's got a robot. I mean, maybe there's different gauntlets for different moods and outfits, right? Oy. People out here are getting squished by cars while they're trying to steal catalytic converters. Just surprised at how often it's happening. Oh, yes, I want to take this. This is a great sound. This is going to sound awesome first. And we're going to put this. So each one of these will get its own little volume automation. So everything kind of delivers properly, and we get some volume fades in there, and hit it with some saturation. Shared processing. That one didn't quite have the fact at the end. What if we swap these two? There. Goes here. Like that one. That back there. Maybe this one is a bit. That's the one. Like that. All right, so we'll move this here, and we'll put. Cool. We'll take this one. That. Oh, snap. The phase on these two? Dog power, horsepower, cat power, you choose. Nice. So it's a hybrid. Blackberry. Fight the power that complements my anti-establishment tendencies. Yeah, Aaron put a lot of stuff in his hair back in the day. This is true, Heidi. Gauntlets have been built in quantum teleportation, and I have access to an unlimited amount of programmable matter that can basically be programmed to anything I want in a split second. So it's not ominous or anything at all. It's where I'm just materializing synths and stuff in a split second. Did I have a Mohawk pick in my high school yearbook? No, I did not. I did not have the Mohawk in junior high. I had it directly after. I was a little skateboard punk though, that whole period. Indeed. Yeah, I like this one. I like the face on this one. All natural. Yeah, all of these things start to sound incredibly intentional once they're. Let's just listen through some. Saf used to make silly faces in the class photos. The rest of you take your class photos seriously out there, or were you silly? Just a little whip at the. Oh, this one. High hair Hoskin. Oy. Well, these are all pretty simple and effective. Oh, I'll get a bunch. Hairspray High. Oh man. That's a great name for a show that is like revisiting the 80s, you know? Hairspray High. Paul had a light reflection on his glasses in his senior photo that looked like a bullet hole. Oh, that's hilarious. Did you guys have names or numbers for your schools growing up? My junior high was R.A. Brown Junior High School, and my elementary school was named after the creek that ran through my yard. Butternut Creek Elementary. Isn't that adorable? Butternut Creek Elementary. I have salt and pepper face too. I do. True. Oh, you had badges for your schools. Ah. Yeah, that's so weird to me. I have friends that grew up in New York, whatever, and they're like, "Oh yeah, man, back when I was going to PS22 or was it PS48? I can't remember when we moved." And I'm like, "How do you keep these things straight with like just the numbers?" It's got to be hard, right? But I didn't grow up in it, so I'd imagine that language classes suck in a lot of places. But that's just what I imagine. I have no idea. I do know that there's a lot of people that go to college and get degrees in a lot of stuff that lead them to teach that thing in school because there's not a lot of like relevant, sustainable jobs that are like utilizing that degree. Heidi says, right now, I have a crush on a guy I saw for 30 seconds last week. That's like worthy of a song right there. That's like most of us in this room would probably write a song about that. All right. Well, I'm not actually being productive, I've just realized in the last few moments. Maybe we should take a look and see who's around and streaming right now and start up a raid. Shall we see? Who is streaming right now? Hey, now that's some power. Heidi's like, he walked by and I was like, talk to me. And he turned and he talked to me. That's awesome. That's great. I like that. Oh, who is streaming today? We've got Brookstone Bards, Slippery Haze, E-Town Junglist, Amari Jazz, Joshua Woo Music. We got some people. Let's go say hi to oh, I don't know. What is Brookstone Bards up to today, I want. Yeah, let's go do that. Try something new. We're going to have oh, that's right. They're the songwriters. Let's go back. Let's not do them. Let's do Slippery Haze. He's probably making some beats and talking trash right now or something. Let's go see what he's up to. We're gonna have a feedback Friday in 2 days, so bounce your work in progress files, get them posted to the Discord early on Friday morning, and we will get to you. Until then, stay inspired and make awesome things. Hopefully, we get to listen to them together in 2 days. I'll see you guys on the flip. I appreciate you. Peace out.